Good morning, it's the 24th of August 2021. It's day 2 of my trip on buses in Ireland, and once again I'm in Dublin because I want to get some of the old bus routes done that I'll be changing. Today I'll be getting on the 17A bus, which when the bus connect phase, whatever one is effect, the route number will be changing from the N17A to the N6. Originally I'd come across 2019 changes on the bus connects, and this was going to be the N8 with no real changes except putting the route back to fingerless. But with the 2020 plan, it's now being changed. It'll be extended down to meet the H2 and H3 buses on the Hose roads there. And there'll be a few other changes along the route, which I'll explain as we go on the route and that. So now it's time for me to get the bus. Okay, while I'm waiting for the next bus, that's a good time to show you an app that Transport and do. It's the real-time Ireland app. I'll just go into my phone and brings up. You can type in your stop number, and if the number is 956 is this one. Yeah, so got it. And I'll just show you, as you can see, it gives you the times on the app and that. So the next one's 9 minutes, which is at 10 o'clock. It gives you time and how many minutes. But it's handy if you're in between stops and that, and out of towns like I am, to find out exactly when your bus is coming and that. Also, a quick note, the 17A buses run by overhead buses. They used to be run by Dublin Bus until it was transferred about a few years ago. Okay, so the 17A left the Oscar train road just at the last kind of transition shot. It's basically gone into Demained Hospital. It's been like that for the last 15 years. It used to go on straight along the Oscar train road past Northside Shopping Centre, but now it's set from Demained Hospital, which is probably a bit better. For people living in the local area to get transport into the hospital.
The 17A bus is turning onto the Ballymun Road. The N6 bus will also turn onto the Ballymun Road, but won't travel as far along the Ballymun Road. It will turn off the Ballymun Road, at the junction where the Travelodge Hotel is located. This is Finglas Village, where the N6 bus will terminate. As far as Carl knows. The bus is getting close to Blanchardstown Centre. 4 young girls got on the bus a few stops back. But they were talking about single-decker bus, on another bus route, saying that those buses were new. But it sounded like they were saying that there was never any single-decker bus in Dublin before. But there has always been single-decker bus in Dublin, for over the last 60 years. In fact, when the 17A bus route started, it used single-decker buses, before double-decker buses were introduced onto the route.
Now just at Ashtown Town Centre, just got off the 17A. When changes to the N6, it's going to be cut back to Finglas. Also, this change is it will turn off the Ballymun Road, not at Glasnevin Avenue, but it will be turning off earlier just at the junction of Travelodge and be heading to Charlestown. So that's the changes with the 17A when it changes to the N6 and the bus connects to the next phase of it. Okay, the next bus of today is getting on the 27, which leaves Blanchardstown Centre and heads into town. That's why I chose it actually as the next bus. There's sort of buses that call here, but they go on the start just a bit further on the line. I'm not really starting here. Also, you know, until the moment as I'm recording this, if you have proof of vaccination, you can dine indoors. And that. Takeaways still open to those not vaccinated and that, outdoor dining. Also, the thing I should have said before I stopped recording last time is the bus will be going in a few minutes. The 27, next 27 bus is in at the stop east, just waiting for the closest time before letting passengers on. Okay, now on the 27. I think as part of the bus connect, the W27 route won't be one of the main spines, but I think it might be changing a little bit, and there's be a 25 and 26 route as well, I think, going on Path route. Okay, now go off the bus at Ashtown, at the Ashtown gate of the Phoenix Park. This is just going to the Phoenix Park Visitor Centre. I know I've done it on Explore by Train, but that time the balloon was there and you couldn't get close enough. So this time I'll actually be able to, also it's early in the day, so I'll be able to get in and see around the Visitor Centre and that. So it's the first place today. At least on the H1 there isn't H3. There isn't that many places around. So actually, apart from the house, apart from that, like, it's not many places to visit. So that's why I didn't really get off those buses. And same with the 17A. Also, the other thing, a quick note for the 17A, and I'll now be on the 27, is that actually it's every 20 minutes at the moment, and that is the buses during the day. Okay, when coming from the Ashtown gate, when you get to the Phoenix Park School on the left, you take a right turn. And the Phoenix Park School was originally a school for the children of the employees of the park that were attending there. Now it's so on the sign it says special school, but on Google Maps it says specialist school. I think maybe like he's trying to get more information on it. Came across, I think they do courses and that for wildlife and park keeping that. So I think specialist might be a better word than special school. At least when you think of special school, you think of maybe a school for handicapped children and that. Also another note, actually quick note, also Google Maps sends you down to the next gate from the Ashtown bus stop, which is a bit longer than that getting back. There's just where the bus stop is, there's a gate there, the Ashtown gate, which is the one that I got off. The only note is there's a curve on it, on the road at that point, so you're better off walking back a little bit to give you time to look, see if traffic is coming from the opposite side of the road, and that leads, then you can save your walk, especially it can be a busy road, but there's gaps and that. And with the bypass nearby, it probably takes enough traffic off during the day, but just at rush hours maybe it might get busy and that, and it should be a bit more cautious at that point. Also at Phoenix Park Visitor Centre is also Ashtown Castle, which I do believe you can go around when you buy your ticket for the Visitor Centre. And it's been a bit more busy here than I thought it would be. Also, it's been about 26 years since I was last here, and that's during transition year in school, came on tour of Phoenix Park Centre and Castle, Ashtown Castle. Okay, just done the Phoenix Park Visitor Centre. It's free to go around. Also you can get a free ticket at the reception desk to do a tour of the castle. Just today, they're not doing indoor tours, just outside, and the next one was 2 o'clock. Just trying to stick around since it's only outdoors. Probably won't come back here again on a different bus route. I'll ring ahead and see if they start doing the indoor tours again. Hopefully they do, probably when you get back to winter, even if it's basic for people with proof of vaccination. Also the Phoenix Park details about events that happened in the park and the history kind of the area. Also there's a bit on about 2 boys that obviously grew up in the park and that. One of them is Winston Churchill, when he spent 3 years of his life. His grandfather was in charge, I've forgotten exactly what the position was on that. Also a lot gives you the timeline of the family history of the British family coming in the Normans to Ireland, and to the person along that timeline that would have bought the land here just after the invasion, the Civil War in England, well, in Britain, and also happened over here as well, between Arthur Cromwell and Charles I, that forced like the person that bought the land to go exile, well, sorry, to be exiled to France and that after Arthur Cromwell's army managed to capture the lands and that. And then when Arthur Cromwell was defeated, well, kind of overthrown and that, well, that his reign came to the end and that. Then when Charles II came back, he got the lands back and got permission to buy the land to build what's now the Phoenix Park. Also, some people might say about like what Arthur Cromwell done in Ireland, but it's saying he was saying to the people in England, Scotland and Wales and that, it wasn't just particularly the Irish people. Also, this thing about the Phoenix Park, it's home to Dublin Zoo, which was opened in the 19th century, making one of Europe's oldest zoos. Maybe not necessarily the first zoo in Europe, but at least used to turn oldest zoo on Europe's oldest zoo. Because the park is big, this section of the park is a bit further away from it. So we're going to do the number 10 bus as is before it actually goes. It's one of the buses disappearing, which means, well, when that disappears, the 130 will be renamed to number 10. Also, the old bus will probably take over some of the route, except it won't go on the street. But we'll go by the Phoenix Park, where the number 10 terminates at the moment. So I want to do that bus to show that. I'll do Dublin Zoo on that day. Okay, we're just waiting to get across the road back to the bus stop after leaving the Ashtown gate. I just missed the bus. Also I found a bit of traffic flow issues. Well, there's a lot of cars coming over the park, and then there was a lot coming in. I wasn't sure because the cars were lined up and that. I was waiting on the park side and it seemed to be a bit slow in it. But then I decided to get the idea, well, if I go outside the gate and then wait on that side, well, as soon as the car goes in, I can quickly go behind it and hopefully cross the road before the car coming out has time to start moving and that. So next bus is at 2:10 from this bus stop. Also, Transport for Ireland to do, in case you need, is they have a journey plan as well for buses, trains, taxis and all that. And that's another app, like, for those that don't live in Dublin, Ireland, don't might know about these apps, at least you have the information when you do come to Ireland, whenever you're able to come back.